Hello everyone, good morning and thank you for joining me on my channel. I'm really glad to be with you again. So I think I should thank quarantine that I have adequate bandwidth to spend time with you, but I truly love all these moments and I hope it's useful for you as well. Today is a very important message, and I have my own learnings from what I'm about to share with you. So this is again a tie-in to my earlier video, which talked about how you can be in awareness. Very simple video I had created, right, with two small tips. Same way, today's video also is in lieu of the same, how to be in awareness. So the first thing which I would probably talk about in terms of how you can be in awareness, you being the operative word, is for you to understand yourself, right? First be aware of who you are. That's all you have, purview over, right? Your own form that you have taken in this birth. So understanding yourself is a it's a huge journey, and at the same time it is extremely simple. So in a flash you can get an insight about what you are, internally, inner, right? So when I say understand you, there are two interpretations. One is the form, which is naturally your soul has taken this body to cover itself, and actually that needs qualification. Your body is kind of inhabited by soul, so the soul covers this form. So that is one interpretation where you kind of understand your form. And second is understanding your quality, right? Which is much more subtle, but extremely key to this single insight about understanding yourself. So when you're saying understand form, what are you saying? Understand what actually ticks with you, right? Like what really clicks in your mind, what gives you that burst of life, and makes you truly, like, enjoy your life, like, just being here in this present moment on this planet. Sometimes you have these moments where it's so beautiful just to be alive, right? So this is what is understanding your form, like what makes you click, what makes you work, what gives you pure utter joy at being alive. And this can be many things. For me it is my career, right? It gives me like extreme happiness to produce work, and I'm a sort of a rational being, and so constantly have a lot of I would say dependence on rationality and on my mind, and the capacity of my brain and stuff like that, right? I wear it like a badge. I really like to create and be productive. um, like that, everyone will have their own ways in which they get fulfilled in this lifetime, right? So that is one way. Another way is understand your relationships, because you can't really live in isolation. So what actually makes life worthwhile for you, like for whom are you and who is for you, is something you have to really, even if it is a really long-winded, extremely difficult journey, it is worth the while to spend that time to actually understand your core people, your family, your core, where your heart actually inhabits, is something you should understand. Then comes the more subtle aspect of the quality of life. The quality of life is extremely it's like a scent, right? It's an essence. What is your essence? And so that is what you will actually carry with you. I have talked in many videos of mine where we have said we will, not take anything with us. We come empty handed, we leave empty handed. There is nothing that we can carry with us. So, then what can we carry with us? I have talked about this in my early videos on mind and intellect and earlier videos on the mental plane. You definitely carry your mind. Your mind kind of is the continuum. Your memories are then, kind of collected and put into an imprint in terms of your next life, your next lifetime. And quality is related to this specific aspect of what you can take with you. So, if you look at how you're running your life, how you're living your life on a daily basis, you will start to see a thread of what is your quality, right? Uh, and that gives you an inkling into what will follow you in all your lifetimes. So it actually makes sense to decode yourself at that root level, right? This is again related to what makes you tick, right? The quality of your life is how are you as a person. Like, if people are around you, what do they see? Like, do they feel calm? Do they feel motivated? Do they feel happy? Do they feel energetic? Like this, there will be some uh, links or some what do you call, hints into your quality, right? So that is the scent or the essence I'm talking about. So if you are actually living your life in a very stress driven fashion, and believe me, I speak from experience. I actually lived, I would say, all my life in India, like since 2008. I have been in really very very hectic kind of career roles that elicited this quality in me of a perennial stress. Stress was ubiquitous. Literally, there was not a single day I could function without some form of worry, some form of a disease, or and soon that actually converted into a long lasting anxiety situation for me, where I had to literally look at the fact that I'm an anxious individual. And now I do have, like, for past few years, really worked it out and understood my quality, right? So I speak from experience when I'm saying that most of the people today live very stress driven lives. So uh, this will follow, this will actually become a scent, and it will kind of stick to you and follow you everywhere. So how I observed this is, you know if you are stressed out, the things that are around you, like even inanimate things, right? Like the rooms that you inhabit, the plants around you, your pet, all of these kind of absorb that stress crystals. So they also get wound up and uneasy for whatever reason. They don't even know what the reason is. Like my dog will start pacing up and down if he senses some, you know, uh, stressor in the environment. And so it took a lot of work, conscious work, sitting with myself with cognitive exercises. Um, People who actually literally handheld me uh, in my own path toward freedom and toward a much more peaceful life. In fact, I was very delighted recently. One of my long standing friends in the US commented that I'm much calmer now, much more peaceful and collected and you know with it. So why am I saying you need to understand your quality is uh, that is what people will remember you by. So this is not the only quality. I wanted to mention this because it's useful for you. But fundamentally, my quality is friendliness and love. So I mean, a very very amiable person, and lot of people at the very first interaction they get friendly with me. So I'm literally the kind of person who will talk to strangers, who spends a lot of time at understanding all the people that come to her, because for me every interaction is a it's not by coincidence or it's not a chance accident. For me it's serendipitous. At least after I have entered Reiki, I've understood that there's a purpose and an objective to every single interaction and person and time that is spent in this lifetime. So I have at least been told this by almost everyone, like fundamentally many people, like children, adults, work colleagues, strangers at airports, people in elevators. Literally, people who have told me that, I think you're extremely friendly, very, very easy to get along with. So that is my vibe. It's like a quality, and this quality will definitely follow me, I'm sure, wherever I go. Another interesting anecdote which I read, and I'm not sure, this is not proven or I haven't researched it, but they say your eyes also follow you, which I'm not really sure that your eyes are the same eyes in all your lives. Like, let's say I was born as a horse, definitely these eyes would be very, very small for a horse, right? So in that sense, one needs to understand your form and your quality, and then is the first step towards accepting yourself. Like, I'm very, very candid in saying that these things worked, these things failed big time, which is okay, but you need to accept yourself. You can't get everything right, and life is not a big race or a competition that you keep having to go and win trophies. No, you have to just live it, and you have to be fundamentally happy. So if you accept yourself with all the different essences that you have, that is the first step to freedom. You have to really spend that time to understand yourself, to introspect, to see how your mind is going. And this is where Bhagavan Ramana also says that get into the witness stage, get into the witness stage. What does he mean? He means that in your waking state, in your dreaming state, in your stages in between, at all stages you are very much there. uh, but during your waking state, if you kind of practiced the activity of observance, observe yourself, your physical form, actually how it is reacting, how it is living life, how it is expressing, how is it expressing more of happy emotions, or is it filled with inertia and filled with fatalism and things of that nature, right? Like, some people will be there, nothing is in my hands, so I might as well be um, fatalistic, no. Awareness means alertness. Always you have to be alert. And what the witness exercise teaches you is, it teaches you to be alert. How are you living your life? How are you kind of working with the people around you? And the second aspect is that I wanted to talk about is being grateful. So, like, you have taken birth, you have not controlled it. It's literally like you have to first and foremost be grateful for the first 5 years of your life. Someone has given birth to you, someone has fed and nurtured you, given you that sustenance and life growing experience for the first few years, held your hand, taught you to walk, fed you, cleaned you, right? So gratefulness begins at the cradle for us. So that is also the very first lesson which teaches us that uh, everything is not in my hands, but my life is largely up to myself. Like, Remember when you learned to do something for the very first time, and you might not recall your very first steps or your very first meal that you actually had by yourself, but you'll remember things like learning how to bike ride, learning how to swim. These are things which you can easily recollect. You would have been like literally maybe 4 or 5 years old, right? So every time you fell, you would actually kind of teach yourself to pick up the pieces and start over, right? So your life experience is largely yours, and your motivation and your drive and your capacity and your willingness to participate in life full force. Just fall in the pool of life and live it. That is it. That said, you have to be grateful for it, like, because uh, currently if you see the entire pandemic, right, what it has taught me, and that is an episode by itself which I want to make, actually, what the quarantine has taught me. But the pandemic actually is of such proportions that man is not able to control it, not able to control its spread, not able to be predictive about the control. Like, tomorrow I'll be fine is also not something he can kind of vociferously state 100% and be sure of. He can only like plan to see that everything will fall in place. So which means definitely there's a larger energy force or source of life or prana which is kind of running the show. Yeah. So you should probably recognize that being grateful means the first step is getting in alignment with that energy, the universal cosmos energy, getting in alignment with that, so that every time you express gratefulness, all you're doing is you're tagging yourself to that energy, right? You can call it Brahman, you can call it energy, you can call it Reiki, you can call it anything, whatever you want. But ultimately, at the end of the day, just get aligned with it. How do you get aligned with it? You become grateful. So be thankful for the people in your life. Be thankful for everything that you have, the food on your plate, your shelter, your education, your fundamental things, right? Your ability to produce and make money and buy things with it for sustaining yourself. So your relationship with certain things has to be completely healthy and abundant and bountiful. One is your relationship with money. A lot of people feel that they have this sense of guilt, and I was pointed this out at one point of time until I learned the concept of earn to give, right? Like, I have the capacity, so I can make money, and that money is useful for many causes, and that is now a very very big motivation